Hi, Charles Cherney, and in this video I wanted to share 5 things that I like about the neighborhood of Mid-Cambridge, one of the named neighborhoods of the city of Cambridge, Massachusetts, and we're looking here at the map of Mid-Cambridge, and as you can see on the screen, Harvard Square is anchored in one corner of Mid-Cambridge. This is also the neighborhood where the public high school for the city of Cambridge is found, Cambridge Rindge and Latin School, which is located next to the main library behind Joan Lorenz Park off Broadway. There are if you will, 3 main streets that define life in Cambridge. There's Massachusetts Avenue, which is one border, the southern border of the neighborhood, that runs from Harvard Square to Central Square, defining the southern edge of Mid-Cambridge. There is also Broadway, which runs in front of Joan Lorenz Park and the high school, right through the heart of Mid-Cambridge. And then Cambridge Street to the north, closer to the top of the neighborhood, which runs essentially from Harvard Square down to the Inman Square neighborhood. So that's Mid-Cambridge, if you will, as a named neighborhood of the city of Cambridge on the map. And I wanted to share in this video 5 things that I like about the neighborhood. Number 5 on my list is Harvard Yard, positioned in close proximity to Harvard Square in the corner of the neighborhood, which is Mid-Cambridge. And as you can see here on the screen, I've included this map that sort of identifies Harvard Yard, which is containing a number of Harvard buildings, including a number of Harvard freshman dormitories in Old Harvard Yard. And, you know, when you walk through Harvard Yard, it's this expansive open space with ancient trees and these classic brick Harvard buildings, and it's a sort of sacred space. There's always a group of people walking through on the pathways that lead through the yard. And of course, in the heart of Harvard Yard is the John Harvard statue. You know, this is probably the most famous tourist destination in the city. I've got a picture here of the gates that lead into Harvard Yard, Johnston Gate, and the building on the left is where the president of Harvard has their office, and otherwise above are freshman student dorms. You know, there's always students to be found in Harvard Yard and visitors and residents. It's a really special place. It's very magical, and I'm always struck by the hushed quiet that defines Harvard Yard next to the hustle and bustle of Harvard Square. Number 4 on my list of things I love about Mid-Cambridge is my office. I'm at Compass in the heart of, if you will, Mid-Cambridge and Harvard Square. This technically is a Mid-Cambridge address at 1100 Massachusetts Avenue. You know, I like to think of it as part of Harvard Square, and it is. And this is a picture of me out front, and it's nice for me to have the good fortune to work in the office each day and to meet clients here who are interested in buying and selling. Here's a picture of myself with my business partner, Maggie D., and we welcome the opportunity to connect with you in person in our office to discuss your search to buy or your desire to sell. Number 3 on my list of things I like about Mid-Cambridge is the Whole Foods Market on Prospect Street. It's a small Whole Foods. I can walk to this market from my home, which is very nice. And, you know, mostly people are coming and going on foot to this store. They do have a small parking lot, but it's a convenient address, and it's always busy. They now offer self-checkout, which to my surprise, I sort of like. And, you know, again, you're spoiled for choice with Whole Foods in the area. In addition to this Whole Foods Market, there's another one on River Street and one in Somerville and another one further out at Fresh Pond. And then number 2 on my list of things I like about Mid-Cambridge are all of the small, well-maintained parks found throughout the neighborhood. Here's one, for example, that's on Hancock Street, where Hancock meets Center. This is called Cooper Park. And, you know, the city of Cambridge, hats off, does a great job maintaining its city parks throughout its neighborhoods. And there are a number in Mid-Cambridge. You know, most famously in Mid-Cambridge in terms of parks is Joan Lorenz Park, and it's located in front of the public library on Broadway. And here we are at the entrance to Joan Lorenz Park, and they've preserved the old Latin school portico that leads to the pathway into Joan Lorenz Park. You can see the pathway here. And it's a big, beautiful green space that gets a lot of use by neighborhood residents and visitors alike. And, you know, it's just a great green space. And again, it's in front of the public library and adjacent to the public high school. And it's just so invigorating to have a well-maintained, well-utilized green space in the Mid-Cambridge neighborhood here, Joan Lorenz Park. And then number one on my list for things I love about Mid-Cambridge are all of the beautiful side streets with the eclectic and well-maintained homes that are found on them. So here is a house on Antrim Street, and you can see the brick sidewalk in front of it with the beautiful plantings and secret garden. And again, it's so typical of Mid-Cambridge to see such beautiful homes on such lovely side streets, such as Antrim Street. Here's a lovely home on Fayette Street, seen from above, with a majestic tree parked out front. Here's a lovely one on Maple Avenue. I love all of the vegetation on the front facade here. You know, it's a magical neighborhood, and with so many brick sidewalks and well-maintained homes, it's very special. Here's one that myself and my business partner, Maggie D., listed and sold this year on Ellsworth Avenue. And this majestic renovated single family looks so timeless. And it was just redone. So upon entering into the home, everything is new. But from the street, as you walk by, you know, it does respect the integrity of the history of the home over time. And this is a classic Mid-Cambridge vibe, you know, the best of both worlds, old and new. My name is Charles Cherney, and Maggie D. and I welcome the opportunity to connect with you as you give thought to Mid-Cambridge as a neighborhood to call home. And to be in touch, reach out at any time by text, telephone, or email so we can seek to be of service to you in better understanding the Mid-Cambridge neighborhood, or for that matter, the other named neighborhoods of Cambridge or neighboring Somerville. Be in touch. Take care.